Hello, I'm Adaeze Greathouse, and I bring several years of customer service experience to the table. In my previous role, I assisted users with point of sale software, hardware, and assisted with the management of e commerce and personal websites. This exposure sparked my interest in understanding the complexities of software development and web applications, leading me to enroll in the Savvy Coders Full Stack Web Development Bootcamp. As I progress through this program, my goal is to leverage my education, technical skills, and industry experience to contribute significantly to the success of a dynamic organization. I am actively seeking opportunities to apply my knowledge and make a meaningful impact in a collaborative and innovative work environment upon completion of my cohort. For my capstone project, 2 years ago, I embarked on a journey to delve into firearms education. Despite concerns from my family about solo travel and frequent discussions about firearms, I'd always wanted to learn about firearm safety and usage. Eventually, I decided it was time to find a trainer and gain knowledge. I discovered a nearby gun club that offered everything I was seeking. The only drawback was the club's communication style, which primarily relied on paper calendars and in person visits for payments and scheduling. Coming from a background of working in tech, I found this approach outdated. This sparked the idea for a dedicated gun club website, a digital hub for members, owners, and visitors to access information seamlessly. The website would allow users to manage business related details, requests, and schedule trainings, view upcoming events on a digital calendar, register for trainings, and maintain their member profiles. I will start with presenting my wireframes, SWOT analysis, user story map, and user flow diagram. And you can pause to view these things, or you can visit my GitHub at github.com/greathouseadaze and view my Capstone repository. Here is my user flow diagram, starting with the home page and then the individual pages here. My SWOT analysis, my user flow diagram, and my wireframes for the home page. The about page, calendar, contact us page, gallery, and training page. And now I will move on to presenting my live website with starts with my homepage. And my homepage is responsive, mobile responsive here. One big issue that I did have was creating a footer that didn't cover the last portion of content on the page. So that is something to work on for future state and something that I had a bit of a struggle with. I have my about page here. For the meet our team section here, I have first and last names and emails. And this is actually from a JSON API, which just provides random user data, and it returns multiple values such as passwords and other things, but I only decided to go with the first and last name and email. One of the challenges I had here was getting each name and email to line up underneath the picture, so that's something to work on for future state. And we view it here. Responsive. Had issues with getting the pictures to look good, not be so big here. That's something to work on for future state. And then the names and emails are falling underneath the pictures, which I would have preferred them to go in between. So, also something to work on for future state. And for the code here, I have the GET request for that API, and it only pulls back 4 results every time since I'm only displaying 14 team members here. And in my view, here I am just plucking out the first name, last name, and then the email. Another thing with that API that I would like to do for future state is to keep the same name and email. Currently, if we look at this one is Jack Turner, this one is Jimmy, but once I refresh the page here, those values change, and they change every time. So it would be nice to find example data that I'd like and would keep the same on the page every time here. Then we have the contact us page, and we have that responsive view here. Be happy with that. And here we have my API Express server here for my training page, which going back to my wireframe for that page, it ended up looking totally different. Future state, I would hope to work on creating something more closer and similar to this, just consisting of a calendar with booking dates and buttons. So for this currently, we're able to put in a name, which I'm just going to put in test 9 here. We're going to go with Wednesday, or let's go with Monday. And then I have a calendar here. And let's say that's going to be Monday the 12th. The fee that will be due, $150, and sign me up for this training. And my API might be asleep here. I'll give it a second. I do see that it's logging here. Here. I'm going to give this a second to respond so that I don't post this multiple times. Okay. And so once someone signs up for a training session, there is a alert here that pops up letting them know that they have successfully registered for the training. And this is going to probably happen twice since I clicked it twice, which is fine. And then the page just reloads to allow them to sign up for additional trainings if they desire. I also have a view here of all of the trainees and the information that they entered. So ideally, this would be on a page that only the trainers could log in and see this information. So future state would be to implement something like that. And I have three different tables here currently for the Monday classes, the Wednesday classes, and the Friday classes. And for that, I just did a conditional for my registered view here, which just creates a table and just says if the training day is equal to Monday, and then you will display it in this table. If the training day equals Wednesday, display it in this table, and if the training day equals Friday, display it in this table. And you can look at that responsive view here, responsive mobile view. And then we have my gallery here. And the responsive mobile view for the gallery, which again, that issue with the footer here and the elements going underneath the footer, so something to work on for future state. Another feature that I was proud of that I implemented was this my logo here links back to my home page. Oh, and for the About page, I am using the Google Maps API here, which consisted of getting a Google API key. And then this is just an iframe, and the query just, you have to put in your API key. And I think, I don't remember if I showed that. Yeah, I did. In mobile responsive as well. In the training page and mobile responsive view. Again, working on getting this iframe for the Google Calendar. The height to be taller here would be something to work on for future state. Something that gave me a real struggle and that I'm really proud of was working on this mobile responsive nav bar. Um, the header and everything inside of here, my header was originally set to flex, and for the longest I couldn't figure out what I needed to do to get the links to appear underneath my logo and header here, which I ended up figuring out I needed to just change the view, change the display to block for my header um, tag here, and that allowed the elements to stack on top of each other here. So when it's in mobile responsive, this header and logo stacks on top of my nav links, and when it's not mobile responsive, just on a desktop view, the display is flex and everything appears on the same line as one another. As far as creating the website, I'm really thankful for the agile training I received during this boot camp. It really helped me to stay on track with working on my capstone project. And let's see here. Um, my role as a developer in the Scrum framework um, consisted of actively contributing during sprint planning by collaborating with the team to understand user stories, estimate effort, and define tasks for upcoming sprints. During the daily scrum, I provided updates on my progress, discussed any impediments, and coordinated with team members to ensure alignment. In sprint reviews, I showcased completed work, gathered feedback, and collaborated on improvements. Engaging in retrospectives, I reflected on our processes, shared insights, and worked collaboratively to enhance team efficiency. Additionally, I participated in backlog refinement sessions, contributing to the grooming and prioritization of user stories for future sprints. And that brings us to the end. I'd like to thank you for your time and attention today listening to my capstone project presentation for the Savvy Coders Full Stack Web Development Bootcamp. Bye for now.